I started and then I stopped because my stats were ridiculous.
Well, we wouldn't have let you use the character.
What's that?
We wouldn't have let you use that character.
That's what I thought. My lowest stat is like good.
Because we said, I specifically said.
I know, but I was waiting for the hangout and I got bored and I started rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we can start.
Okay. So our session tonight is twofold. One, we will make characters, which will probably take us all of like 20 minutes. And secondly, we have to come up with fun setting things like when the hell are we going to set this?
Shouldn't we do that first?
No. What? Well, it would easy for me to say. Why? Why does that really matter? The characters are going to be the same regardless of whatever era.
That's a good point. But how we make it make sense, right?
Well, if you want to figure out the era first, we can do that, David Rollins.
No, we don't have to. We could just start rolling dice. I think everybody wants to do that.
Fine.
Do we get an origin first, or can we just generate major abilities?
No, you have to start. Well, except for you follow the process. Except for Ethel, who already has an origin.
Okay. So magic is on the table, but it's bloody complicated. So I'm not doing it. Anybody else?
Nope.
I don't think I am. I just don't know what Alice is going to be if she's not magic, but I don't want to be magic.
You're not magic. You're an Alice.
Yeah, I know. That was sort of my question. I have concerns, okay? But
I was thinking of doing a magic item.
You want to be a magic, like a magic
you
sword?
wanted to be
Captain America's shield or something? What do you mean? A magic
Wait,
item?
there's too many people talking. What?
There's a shock.
Yeah.
Under magical characters, you can be someone who has a magic item.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking of doing.
Okay.
That's cool.
There's all these words on these pages.
Just look for the ones that have numbers
and then you read the words. Oh God, I hate it.
There's pictures too.
Just go to page 45.
I have a headache.
Go to page 45 and start there.
Page 45?
Yeah.
What are all these letters?
I'm gonna start over rolling my
acronyms.
Mine all came out amazing. Well, not quite, but they all came out really high.
Why does character generation start on page 45?
Because they're on crack.
Because they're explaining the rules to you before they start doing the character generation.
A lot of RPGs do that.
I'm not sure I can get on board with that.
It was 1989. Just cut them some slack.
Yeah, I think that's... Stop!
Excuses.
Stop. You're scrolling too
So we
much.
can't have stats over what?
What?
Over easy. You can't have stats over easy.
Okay.
But you can't have eggs
Over
over
hash browns.
Okay.
Don't make me hungry.
No, but I mean, how powerful can our characters be?
Well, you just roll.
Yeah.
I know, but I mean, some of them are going to be like really powerful. So others are just going to be like trash.
You know what? I can remember a campaign where one of my friends rolled all like feeble. I think the highest thing was typical, and so he just played the butler. He called his character Jeeves, and he would like drive the limo, and because somebody had like massive resources, so he was just the butler. He was Jeeves. You just make it work.
Okay, here we go.
Holy shit! Oh, I'm sorry. Do we have a family rating for this?
I hope not.
No. I think I'm going to do a high-tech.
I'm not sure how Google does this.
I rolled an altered human, so I'm just that's
Me too.
that's how I'm rolling.
Oh, I guess I have to roll, huh?
At least I'm not a stinky mutant. But I rolled a 91 for my fighting ability.
So I wanted to be a owner of a magical item, but I actually rolled for a magic user.
Okay.
Oh, I don't mind if you go for items instead. That doesn't bother me in the least.
Yeah, we can just.
Rolling really good rolls again.
We could hand wave that.
Ooh, I'm an alien.
If
Ooh,
our
cool.
judge is okay with hand waving it. Yes, I know, Kitty.
I'm anti-hand waving. I
So-
never fudge rolls.
No, we know that about you. You read that post recently about how you should never fudge.
Ever. That was not me that made that post. There are times when I don't even pay attention to what the dice say. I just roll them to make you guys more nervous.
Nice.
You just roll them sometimes when there's nothing to roll, just because.
Oh, I rolled an 80, which is like almost incredible.
Yeah, I got an 80 and an 83.
I am not sure about this character sheet.
Why? I've grown to love it.
Really?
Yeah, but at first I was like, what?
Okay, maybe I'll give it a moment.
What's your issue?
It's from another era.
I really like my character sheet.
Just the ability columns are weird.
You're lucky that there's a form-fillable PDF character sheet for a game that went out of print in the early 90s.
It calculates your health and your karma.
Really?
It's not even that. Oh, no. Oh, wow. Okay, sorry. I have an amazing psyche. I rolled a 98.
Ooh.
Actually, this is even more ridiculous than the first character I rolled.
So all of David's characters' abilities get a -1 column shift.
No, they don't. That's douchey.
I was going to
Yeah.
say something racist about Canadians, but we're on air.
Maybe it's not
It's not racist. It's just
nationalist, which doesn't mean the same racist. You can do
Yeah.
that.
I was totally joking.
Oh, okay.
Just can't tell because I'm all stuffed up with my cold.
Oh, you know what you need is the maple syrup.
What?
That'll make you feel.
That'll fix her.
That made absolutely no sense.
Maple syrup.
That'll make you feel better.
That's what they call it in Canada.
All right. I have 4 powers.
So if my identity is secret, I'm less popular?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, actually, you have a split popularity. You're going to have one popularity in your... So it is entirely possible to be more popular in your secret identity than it is to be in your public identity.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
I have 2 magical creatures. You're going to kill them, aren't you?
Yes.
Damn it.
Oops.
They'll be dead in a day.
They better be able to fight well.
Okay. I'm confused.
Oh.
About what?
Yes, Stacy?
I get to this random ranks table, major ability. Oh, wait.
You use
What
the
is
random rank
this?
table for everything, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You use that for your...
I was confused by that first, too.
Yeah. For your powers and for your ability scores.
Okay. So now all I've done is roll origin. I don't understand most of this. There's letters.
Face rip.
Fighting, agility, strength, endurance, reason, intuition, and psyche.
I think they're messing with us, Stacy.
Where's the part where I actually roll my stats?
You're at that part.
Fighting, agility, strength.
That's all your
So
stats.
you roll percentile dice on 46.
You use that same table.
I'm
The
so
one that-
confused. Wait, so
You
wait.
use the random ranks table regardless. You use that to
Regardless
make...
of what?
Well, you use that to determine your ability scores, ability ranks, and your power ranks.
Oh, okay. I think I understand.
Think of that as like the fate ladder, and you're just kind of getting the ranks that way.
Yeah, you're rolling ranks instead of assigning them.
Yeah.
Okay, so far my character is not terribly interesting.
So far, mine's just strong.
Yeah, same here. We have like the same character.
So
Like
this.
I'm really strong and like loads of money, and that's like a
Initial abilities. Oh,
Kinda
sweet.
dumb.
Oh,
I'm
Ranger
just like
background.
really psyched and
so
lots of money. But other than that, well, that's not true. Lots of stuff is incredible. It's weird.
Okay. Now, Ethel, your character's abilities are going to be different.
16.
Okay, what are they going to be? How? In what way?
Because you don't get powers.
Well, that's what I was wondering. Like, how do I fight since I have no powers?
Because you get. Well, didn't you read your damn character sheet?
So I rolled randomly on the D100 table. Do you know what I got?
What?
+2 to recognize the function or faction of any aristocrat, and
That's pretty
Oh,
neat.
a +2 to charisma on lying rolls.
Oh, that'll
No
be
idea what
really
to do with
useful.
those.
So what that actually bump up your intuition by 1.
Oh dear, it's already at excellent.
Well, that means it's now better.
Yeah, excellent. I mean, better. Okay, wait a minute. I've got to open this. What do I do with it?
You are now at remarkable intuition.
Well, I have just
Whoa.
remarkable stats, but nothing to apply them to at the moment.
Well, it just means that what you are good at is hitting people with things.
I just
Like an umbrella stand.
Yes.
sorry. I just rolled a 6 for something.
Oh, that's.
I did
not
that.
unfortunate.
Built into the rules that there's one reroll. I saw it in the rules.
Really?
Oh, that's right. What should I use it for that?
Ooh, energy control.
I rolled a 6 and I get a +10, so it ended up being a 16, which I guess isn't that bad.
How do you get a +10?
I'm an alien.
Oh.
I get 1 less power, but a +10 to all of my ability rolls.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You guys are rolling D100, aren't you?
Yep.
Okay. Well, they got 6 and a 2 or something. I'm like, are you rolling a 6-sider?
No, I am rolling my percentile dice, and I actually rolled a 6. Bizarre.
Okay. I didn't mean to doubt you. Sorry. It just seems
Oh
so...
my god.
What'd you get?
I got light manipulation.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, you can choose the powers instead of rolling for them.
No.
Can't.
Yeah, you can. You roll for the category, and then you can choose the powers.
Within within that category.
Really?
Yeah. Isn't that right in the rules? Did you not read them?
No,
you have
not really.
rules.
general
like
power
me.
categories. You can either choose or randomly roll your powers in those categories.
Oh.
Oh.
Well,
Light manipulation, though, that's pretty fucking cool.
it goes really good with my ranged attack power sound. So I basically,
Oh,
like,
yeah, sound and light. You could be like...
I'm a disco show.
Yeah, exactly.
You're kind of like one of the Wonder Twins, but with light. Form of a flashlight.
Form of a flashlight. Oh my god.
Shape of a blinking Christmas light.
All right. I think if I look everything up and choose, it's going to take me a lot longer, so I'm just going to roll and go with what I get.
Part of the fun is just randomly rolling.
Yes, that's what we're going to say.
For Mr. Thompson. Part of the fun is min-maxing for Mr.
That's not the proper way to min-max.
There's really not a lot of min-maxing in this game.
Oh, Josh figured out a way.
Oh, I got a defensive body alteration. What's that, I wonder?
Okay, so what am I supposed to do? You started to tell me something, Chris, and I
said you increase your intuition by a column shift.
No, I know, but after that we were talking about powers, and you're like, you know.
No.
Okay.
You got well because you rolled right. You made your 2 rolls on the Alice table, right?
Yes, and that's why I got a +2 to charisma and for only if I'm lying, which doesn't translate into anything except for I'll go ahead, and then I get to recognize any aristocratic faction or.
So that would actually work out to being a talent of I don't know, royalty, knowledge royalty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and actually, I'm sorry, that wouldn't be a bump to your intuition. That would be a bump to your Because intuition wouldn't help you. Actually, it would probably be a bump to your. Let's give it a bump to your psyche.
Okay. Wow.
Get off.
My psyche's already at amazing. What do I go after that? Because I got a bump on my psyche from being an Alice as well, right?
Probably. Yeah, actually, it's further than you can go at first. So put it back to your bump on intuition.
Okay.
What is your character's fighting?
Really bad? Well, it's good.
That's not really bad. But...
No, it's just good.
Okay. What I would suggest when you get to your talents, take a couple of martial arts.
Okay.
Because that will help you with fighting. What's your your agility?
Incredible.
Okay, so that's good.
Nice.
That means you're very good at dodging things.
Right. I sort of think of her as being, she's kind of like the Mr. Magoo, only instead of being clueless because she can't see, she's just sort of naive, and yet all of these things are attracted to her and stuff, and also that she uses found weapons like the fireplace poker and an umbrella and whatever.
You're like Jackie Chan.
Like
Yeah.
Gong.
Yeah. Just whatever happens to be handy. I don't have a bow and arrow or anything. So if that's the case, if I go to Remarkable, then that goes up 10 points too. How nice.
That helps your karma.
Yes, it
Oh,
do.
man. I roll agility to hit. It's my worst. It's my worst ability.
So how many talents do I get? That's where I got confused with.
You roll on the table.
Okay.
There's a table for that.
Yep. Always a table for that, isn't there?
Yep. Stacy, how are you doing?
I'm just rolling my powers at the moment.
And you got an alien?
I got an alien.
That's cool.
Is she gonna be a fox?
No.
You sure?
No.
Sarah, what have you got thus far?
Well, I have armor that consumes something of your choice.
Nice.
That's kind of cool.
In order to activate it, you have to consume something. You
Or
yourself
destroy.
have to consume it, or the active activating.
I'm not lying. I just
The
rolled
armor
90
has to.
powers.
Oh. So what is going to be your thing?
I don't know. I've got 2 familiars and some magic armor.
That's fun.
I mean, what's going to be the thing that it consumes to activate?
Oh, it said it was your choice. So.
Right. That means you come up with something in advance.
No, the judge's choice.
Oh, my choice.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I thought. Never mind. I'm gonna say it's going to be familiars.
It's going to be what?
A familiar.
What the hell, man?
That'll get rid of those awfully damn fast.
What? That's not okay.
That's not okay.
Move on. Okay, not okay. Let's think of something else.
I'm kidding.
He's like, you can use your magic armor twice, and then you have nothing left.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
and
you have
the
to
other
find more
powers you have.
familiars. Yeah, then you have to find more familiars.
This isn't D&D.
It doesn't-
You can't
it
just
doesn't
cast
have-
the
it
first
doesn't
level
have-
spell over and over again.
It doesn't have to be your familiar that you feed to it.
So you're really thinking about this?
No.
Okay.
I'm trying. What page is it on? See if it gives like a recommendation.
Page 6. It really doesn't.
My earpiece just fell out.
I mean, I know it'd be too easy to be blood.
Yeah, that's no fun. And I obviously don't want to come up with something silly because that would just be
wrong. It would be wrong.
Yeah, that would just set the wrong kind of tone for our game.
If you roll on the power category twice, you just re-roll. Like, I can't take twice ranged attack powers.
You don't get any powers.
Well, how do I get talents with no powers?
Because it's a separate table. You're looking at the wrong table. Keep going.
Talents are after powers.
Never mind. Talents available. Okay. I get 4 talents. Okay. Thank you. I was puzzled.
If it helps at all, Chris, apparently
Yes.
I use scientific magic.
Ooh.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
That's kind of like being a scientific wrestler, you see.
No, it's not.
In that case, it eats batteries.
Battery powered. Okay.
But it's the big it's like the big like lantern batteries.
The big 6 volts.
Yeah.
And it eats them? It doesn't just use them? Like you don't just
No,
plug
it
them,
eats
it
them.
actually consumes them?
Yeah. She has to feed. It has like a mouth in the front. She has to feed the battery into it.
I like that.
That's awesome.
Or in the back, and then someone else has to feed the battery in for you. You can go either way.
Bend over, we'll stuff a battery in.
Yeah, with this group, I'll go with the front loader. Thank you very much.
Nice. Nice.
Oh, okay. 18.
And obviously, none of you read my blog, or one of you would have gone with, because I would have assumed that one of you, like Josh, would have tried to go for player-defined powers.
Nope. I'm happy to just get what I get.
Much to think.
This is too interesting, letting it go all by itself. See what I get. I have energy range attack powers and body alterations / defense of recovery.
Oh, that's nice.
No, what does recovery mean? What is the difference between that?
You're like you have like a healing factor or whatever.
There's one that's healing below that.
Yeah, but healing, you can heal anybody. Your recovery is your ability to recover, right?
So I'm like Wolverine.
You're very much like Wolverine. I've always said that about you.
Wait.
In a nice way.
And the very best things about Wolverine.
Oh.
Like the button chops. She loves your button chops.
Okay.
Especially the pink ones. 93.
Actually, what recovery is that you recover lost endurance at a faster rate.
What does that mean?
You recover faster than we do.
Yeah, as
What?
a
I mean, how is
regeneration.
that useful?
If you're fighting vampires.
Are we? Oh, we are going to be fighting vampires. Okay, that's helpful.
Plus, you also get a resistance.
Nice. What do I get a resistance to?
You get to pick one of the resistance. Hold on, let me find it again. You can choose any one of the 9 resistance powers except invulnerability listed in the resistance powers table.
Fire and heat, ice and cold, electricity, radiation, poison, emotion attacks, mental attacks, magical attacks, and disease.
There's a cat meowing somewhere. And
Yes.
a cat.
There's always a cat.
Somewhere.
I keep thinking, oh, my cat. And then I remember I don't have a cat.
It's my cat, as usual.
It's fine. I like it. It's like.
I'm going to take resistance to poison.
Yeah, I'm
You know-
looking forward to you having kitties.
Well, you know, I was thinking I would get 2 kitties.
Mm-hmm.
But I might have to pay twice on my rent, and if it is, I'll just get 1 kitty.
That makes sense.
Oh.
Because it's like $60 a month to have a pet.
Mm.
Yeah.
And if it's 120 a month, I'm only going to get one kitty.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're lucky. They don't charge us extra for having 2 cats.
Okay,
If you can
I
get
think I made this up, but this is working out really well for my talents.
Talents, right?
Got martial arts C was the first one I did, so now I'm looking at what that is. That's grappling, dodging, and escaping. Perfect.
Which is good because aren't those based off of your agility? I believe so.
Oh, wait. Martial art. It does weird.
Actually,
No,
I can. Yes.
It doesn't say power here.
well,
It just
that's
says
because-
Fancy Hero plus CS plus.
If you look at this, Ethel.
Oh, sorry, I'm in the book. Hang on, let me look.
Yeah. See, dodging.
Oh, it's on the chart. Cool. Dodging, grappling is strength, I would guess, though, right? Dodging and escaping makes sense in their agility, but. I've always wanted to grapple.
So David, your character's agility isn't very good, is what you're saying?
My agility is not remarkable. It is only excellent.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Well, that's better than nothing.
It's better than typical good.
Yeah.
Okay, meanwhile, back at my other abilities here. Tumbling. See, tumbling. This could be better. I can be like a cheerleader.
Would be like Buffy.
Yeah, Buffy.
Wow. Allows the hero to make an agility feat after any fall to land on their feet with no damage.
So where's your picture from, Ethel?
I drew it.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
very nice. I didn't realize you did that. Your artistic stuff is progressing.
Yeah, I've been practicing.
I would have thought that was actually professional.
Thanks.
It's still better than Sarah's illustrations.
Yeah. I'm working on those, man.
But I have that
don't-
major drawback. I can't seem to draw a penis. And Sarah,
That's what it comes down to.
well, she gets a lot more visuals.
Well,
right?
but we can just assume that Alice has one under her skirt. So
She totally
Sure.
does now.
yeah.
I only drew 1 penis today.
Like,
Okay.
Are you trying to cut back? Is this like a 12 penis step program?
This client only asked for 1.
Where are you
what
supposed
kind
to
of a client
put
is
the
that? I find a new boss.
I'm sorry. Stacy had an actual game-related question
Where are you supposed to put the ranks of your powers on this?
next to the power.
Oh, so I just journalism parentheses good. Does it?
Well, no. Talents don't have ranks. Those are just based off of your abilities. It's a column shift to your ability.
They're modifiers, basically.
Yeah. If
The column shift. The columns are good, excellent, remarkable.
yeah,
You
Stacy.
get to bump up
Stacy, stop talking so she can see me. Okay. Okay. See this, Stacy?
Uh-huh.
Okay. These are the columns. So, say you've got your intelligence is remarkable,
Uh-huh.
and you have like the physics talent. When you're doing things with physics, your reason goes up 1 column shift, and it becomes incredible. I forgot what was next.
I see. Okay.
So that's what they mean by column shift.
Okay.
It's literally a column shift. And basically, you can get two levels of a talent. It's either 1 column shift or 2. You're either like an expert or a master.
How do you know which?
If you roll it twice.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I can't find archaeology on this list, but I've
You-
got to get the idea of what archaeology is.
Then just put it on your character sheet.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I hope somebody rolls first aid. We're gonna need that shit.
So, back on the primary abilities.
Yes.
So there's initial rank, and then there's current rank. Do I need to worry about that?
No, that's like during play. If you get hit by something that affects your ranks,
Okay.
or you damage or something like that.
Cool.
I used it because your origin modifies it. So if you're
No. That's for in play. No, you only use your current ranks for when things change during play. It's your ranks are set in stone. You have one set of ranks.
Okay, so my rank will always be remarkable in intellect or whatever that is, intuition.
Reason. Well, yes, intuition. Yes. I is intuition.
What's the R?
Reason. Fighting, agility, strength, endurance, reason, intuition, and psyche.
I guess I'm a brainy type.
I'm
We're all
kind
brainy
of
types.
dumb and
I'm not especially brainy.
strong.
Well, that's good. See, she's dumb and strong, so.
You know what? Somebody has to be Iceman.
Damn it! Stupid Iceman.
He's pretty dumb.
Well, at least you're not Cyclops.
Nobody wants to be Cyclops.
Nobody wants to be Cyclops. Oh, sweet. You have 4 talents.
Even worse, nobody wants to be the person that marries Cyclops.
And
Did he
just
marry Wolverine?
No, Wolverine did not marry Cyclops.
How? Wait. Talents. How come talents are? Oh, I see. It goes over. I'm like, how come there's only roll 1 to 12? But I'm dumb.
Yeah, I did that same thing. I'm like, what? Where's all the rest of them? And I found them.
The computer's talent will come in really handy in freaking Wonderland.
We're not in Wonderland.
We're gonna, yeah. And how do you know they don't have computers?
I guess I don't.
No, you don't. You're stereotyping.
I'm stereotyping Wonderland.
You're profiling. You're profiling Wonderland.
You're right. I'm profiling Wonderland.
I bet they have steampunk adding machines, difference engines. Why? Because I think that would piss off Zach if they had steampunk shit.
Mother.
But yeah, see, if you had a copy of A Red and Pleasant Land, David,
If I had a copy,
you would know that they do have computers in Wonderland.
Oh.
Because it's on page 117.
There's computers on page 117.
Yes.
Well, maybe I'll check that in my PDF.
Okay.
Because I do have a PDF copy. I just don't want to read it because the book's so pretty.
It is a pretty book.
Yeah, I know. Show it to me again?
Sure, I'd be more than happy to.
What the fuck do I know about that?
There you go.
Thanks.
There, yep.
Thanks.
The only actual flaw is that some of the gold embossing kind of flakes, and it made my copy kind of glittery.
That's not a flaw.
I bet it would be for Zach.
I bet it. Glittery is good.
Well, what do you think about the warping then? Look at mine.
Mine's not doing so bad.
Yeah.
I think we should pool our karma.
Well, you can make a karma pool as a team.
Yeah, I think we should do that.
Look at Cuddle Puddle.
But if you have, why would we have a? God, who the fuck did that song now? Oh well, it's gone. I think you all have to. Well, whatever it is, you all have to contribute the same amount.
Hmm.
So if you decide to do
I
a
have a
karma
lot.
pool, you all have to. But then if David kills anyone, it wipes out your entire karma pool.
It's okay. I didn't get claws. I got wings.
It's just his, isn't it?
No, not if you have a karma pool.
Oh, okay.
That's why the X-Men kept such a close eye on Wolverine.
Yeah, because they didn't want to lose their karma pool.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Well, it was precarious enough most of the time.
I have sound attacks, so I can't actually kill anyone.
You have sound attacks too?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
chose
lame.
those because I didn't want to actually kill anyone.
Oh, you should choose something else.
No, because I already have my character made up, and it's awesome.
Ah,
My character is more
Is he a
awesome.
centaur?
No. He's going to be a new wave punk glam rocker that's a lead guitarist. And he actually plays a guitar to do his sound attacks. It's going to be awesome.
So you managed to find a way to take the old DC character vibe and make him stupider.
Yeah. Basically. You're looking at him for inspiration now.
That took a lot of work.
Oh.
Because hey,
Oh, yeah.
I spoke well of Matter Eater Lad in my latest blog post. So,
I saw that. I saw that.
But I draw the line at vibe. I'm sorry.
He looks too cool for me, so I'm going to have to make it look dumber.
He was a break dancer.
Oh, well, see,
What,
this one's lead
like
guitar.
Milli Vanilli?
No, Milli Vanilli, I don't think were break dancers. What do you think, Sarah?
They brought back Vibe?
Sorry, what?
Milli Vanilli, they weren't break dancers.
No, they pretended to be singers.
No, they were breakdancers before they were pretending to be singers.
I think they were just dancers.
No, they were breakdancers. They were German breakdancers.
You can't say those two things in the same sentence. There is no such thing as a German break dancer.
How could they bring back Vibe and not Winter Flame? That doesn't make sense.
Oh, Winter Flame. Is that the one who's powered by cocaine?
Uh-huh. The most cool and awesome supervillain ever.
All right, well, the only thing that doesn't
I
really
think he's
fit
gonna be
is
in
my
Gotham.
light manipulation, but I'm just going to go with it.
What's your rank?
Amazing.
Amazing. Totally.
It is it's my most powerful power, and yet it does not define my character. Because I rolled up body alterations offensive, and I rolled extra limbs, so I took wings because you get to pick. And ranged attack power is sound. I have energy control light manipulation, which is just ridiculous. And then body alteration defensive body armor is incredible. So I figure this guy is the Crimson Cricket, and he does sound attacks, and he has an exoskeleton. And he's bright friggin' red.
Is that a Canadian thing?
Yeah, he's totally Canadian.
So that means to make his sound attack, he has to rub his legs together?
No.
Well, he's a cricket.
You
He
should.
has the proportional powers of a cricket, right?
No, he doesn't have the
Was
proportional.
he bitten by a radioactive cricket? Is that how he got his powers?
No, I don't know. But I did roll student as a talent, so something bad happened at university, I think.
Hmm.
And since he has...
How is your character coming, Stacy?
I'm done. I just need a name and an identity, and I don't know what to do with that yet.
Well, we're not going to start play this week, so you don't have to.
What?
I'm an alien.
What? What do you mean we're not going to start play?
Because we're not going to start play. We're going to figure out the characters in the thing.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I don't have enough voice to actually run a session. So.
Are you running out of voice?
Yeah, I have a
Can I
finite
run to the
amount.
store and get you some more?
Go to the voice store.
Go to the voice store.
Except Christina Aguilera is working, and that just sucks.
So I have a ranged energy attack, recovery, and apparently I'm good at journalism and mystic and occult lore.
which comes
Ooh.
in handy being an alien. So you're an alien journalist.
You're a mystic alien. Yeah, you're Superman.
And you're covering the occult feed.
You work for the National Enquirer. Or the Weekly World News. Best investigative journalism on the planet.
Ever.
Well, who better to find the aliens
In the
than an
galaxy.
alien?
On the planet.
Come on. What's your energy attack? Don't say
Energy.
sound.
What?
Don't say sound.
No, it just says energy. It didn't.
What?
Well,
You
you have to take your powers and choose it like the things that they do.
There's not an energy.
Some kind of energy. It doesn't like give you. Where did it go? Energy. The hero uses energy of some type as a ranged attack, hitting on the energy column of the battle effects chart. And I use agility.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's only at rank typical.
So it's not a very good.
It's terrible.
So like, I like
have a
Jubilee,
toy
like
runner.
You're like Jubilee. You're just.
fireworks.
Jubilee's the worst character ever.
No vibe.
All right, maybe.
Jubilee's never managed to get herself killed.
That's true.
I like Jubilee.
I need a name for the Crimson Cricket.
Walter.
Walter White. That would be ironic.
Yeah, because superheroes have alliterative names.
Yeah, they have to. It's a rule.
Okay.
Walter White is the Crimson Cricket.
Isn't that the guy from Breaking Bad?
What? Is it?
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought it was Walter something else.
So you're the alternate world version of the dude from Breaking Bad.
No, that doesn't make sense. All right.
Why
It's not
doesn't
gonna
it
be
make
Walter
sense?
then. It's not going to be Walter then. I need another first name.
Don't be such a
Wendell.
Wendell. No, then it'd be Wendell White. That's dumb.
Wiki?
Stop with the W's.
I thought you wanted alliterative.
No. Well, yeah, but I can just make it totally different. I can alliterate a different name.
Oh, okay. So you're not sold on White.
I don't mind White.
But then you needed that.
Wendell White is kind of weak.
Okay.
Yes.
You want something powerful, something solid.
You want
William
a
White.
T. No, you want a T. You want T names.
T names?
T names. That is very Butch.
TW?
Like
Trevor
Torrance.
Trey.
Trey. Oh yeah, because then you have three. You need to be like Trevor Torrance.
Trey.
Tree Trey.
Tree Trey.
No, I don't like the T's.
Trey Ward.
T Trey. Okay, so
I'm gonna go with William White.
I like it.
My best power is completely passive.
What are you talking about?
With body alterations, defense is that incredible, but
Nice.
it's recovery, so
Oh,
Well, that's good though because your attack sucks, so you're going to be taking a lot of damage.
yeah.
So
But
you
I
need
only
armor and
that's
recovery.
restoring endurance though, not health.
Well, isn't it the same?
no.
Oh, but yeah, well, no. Health is made up
Just
of.
practice saying pew pew pew. Pew pew pew.
You can be Pinky Die.
Pinky
Putting the
die.
die back into Pinky Die.
There you go.
Pinky Die. She can't be Pinky Die.
Okay.
Hey, so on my powers, I rolled on the table, and so
Yes.
I can recognize any faction or function of any aristocrat.
Yes.
And I can, but what about this lying thing? Because it sort of gives an option. One if there's charisma, and one if there isn't.
We gave you that's why we gave you an ability score bomb.
So it isn't a power. I just get the ability score.
Yes.
Okay, I just wasn't sure.
Okay, now, as the second step, we need to determine, since it's apparently up in the air, what time you wanted to do this at. And
Well,
Stacy doesn't want to
started
do the 80s.
I don't feel any need to do the 80s either, to be honest.
Mm-mm.
But
Thank
I don't care.
Other than that, I don't care either because Alice is Alice in any timeline. She's Victorian no matter what time she lives in.
We can do 70s.
I don't mind the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
I like the 70s.
It's not like my guy with the exoskeletons going to a key party, but, you know.
Why not?
Yeah.
I do him.
All right.
You're gonna go to Studio 54.
Alex would do a cricket.
Yeah, that's true. Studio 54, you do very well.
Yeah. Andy Warhol would love a big red cricket.
He's not an actual cricket. He just has an exoskeleton. It's like the Blue Beetle.
Does he look like just a regular guy?
So
No,
he's not.
he has wings.
So you're saying you weren't bitten by a radioactive cricket?
No.
Then you're lying to all of us?
Yes.
What really happened?
I don't think this is a very auspicious beginning for your hero to be based in a lie.
I think he should lose all his karma for that.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you even talking about?
I think he just needs to give all of his karma to the pool. He shouldn't lose it.
Mm-hmm.
Then I can take out of the pool.
That's true. All right.
So did you guys? Okay, so we're gonna go with the 70s.
I think we're all Andy Warhol superstars. That's
What?
how we know each other. Andy Warhol superstars?
Yeah. See, step 3 was going to be how do you guys know each other?
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, never mind. Let's move on.
It means you'd be in a lot of dumb movies, is what it means, Stacey.
Fake artiness. A lot of fake artiness.
No.
No? But you get to be really cool.
And you get to, do heroin.
Mm-hmm.
It's like boobs and stuff.
And hang out with Andy Warhol.
There you
All
go.
the heroin.
The heroin is where my power comes into play.
Oh, that's what you should feed for your armor.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
armor feeds on heroin.
Oh, that would be outrageous.
That would be amazing.
Or shrooms.
Wow.
Your armor eats shrooms.
Let me introduce you to Lou Reed.
There you go. We could have all met in the 70s music scene.
That doesn't really work.
No?
No.
I'm a mystic and occult journalist.
Yeah.
He's an alien.
And I'm a
For an alien newspaper.
I'm a debutante.
But, I mean, how many performers are... David Bowie, totally an alien.
No, wait, yeah, no, wait. Wait, no, it's mystic and occult lore. That wouldn't work.
How many musicians sold their soul for a record contract?
That's true.
Or for their talent? You could be chasing down all kinds of stories through the music scene. I'm just there for the light show.
No, I have my own light show. Thank you very much.
Same here. I can manipulate light. So I'm
You're a light guy.
Yeah.
I'm working for Pink Floyd. I'm doing the light show for Pink Floyd.
You are the little crystal prism thing.
I am the crystal. I'm the dark
His way
side of
not
the moon.
busy being a cricket.
That's right.
A superpowered cricket.
A superpowered cricket.
Where are we located?
Probably in California.
Why California?
Ooh,
Because
can we do corn?
I'm sorry?
Corn as in...
I think we should know each other from doing porn.
Oh, corn.
Corn.
I thought you said
Like-
corn. Like
See?
the
70s
cheesy rap
corn.
metal band?
We'd
Well,
have
you
to be
didn't want
all
to be
porn
into
because I
porn.
look like a cricket.
Porn.
Well, people are into anything, everything, and
he just
Corn
kinda
needs
sits there
lighting.
and does little chirping sounds.
Porn needs lighting. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah, all right.
I totally. One of my familiars is now a giant snake.
Nice.
So I don't think Alice can do porn.
one's
It's just not her thing.
Well, you can be in what are your talents?
Maybe you're a gaffer.
No, I think she would be totally mind blown. My talents are martial arts. I can fall and land on my feet without taking damage. I can use military hardware, including armor, weapons, and archaeology.
Wow. Okay.
And archaeology.
Yeah, I'm kind of an archaeologist.
I'm a multilinguist.
Well,
Well,
I'm a cunning linguist. I'm a cunning linguist.
a mystic and
Oh.
occult lore journalist would want to know an archaeologist. That makes sense.
That's true.
So when
Well,
you're
I'm good
reading
with
up
computers.
Cthulhu, I'm there.
I'm good with computers.
Which comes in very handy in the 70s.
Well, yeah, because the only computers are in like education facilities,
The military.
Top secret bases.
and
In the military.
archives and stuff like that.
Or there can be massive terminals.
Well, and I can drive a tank, apparently, because I have a +1 to
I-
use the military.
I am a
You work for
tank.
the military?
No.
I am a tank.
No, she's a dilettante, and apparently at some point she had someone explain to
I'm
her.
a debutante.
Whatever, same thing.
Debutante.
Debutante,
Okay.
dilettante.
Who just happens to know how to use.
A tank.
Well, that's my real my real identity. My public identity is like socialite debutante from a wealthy family. But my secret identity
Who
is
happens to know how to drive a tank?
Well, my
Um,
family's probably fairly wealthy since I have remarkable resources.
Well, that's how I came up with the debutante thing, because I also have remarkable resources.
There you go.
They don't really explain what that means. I have a lot of them.
Yes.
Maybe
We can get
Maybe-
what we want.
I should name my character Lois Lane.
Because your research told you that would be totally under the radar.
Totally.
Yeah, that should be her real name.
Universe.
It's right
Well,
up there
if
with Ford Prefect.
If we do it in the early 70s, at least it would be before the movie came out.
Ah,
That's true.
nice.
What are your talents, Josh?
Performer and photography.
Just two?
Oh, Performer and
Word
photography.
is written all over that.
yeah, but he's a music guy.
Yeah.
And what are your talents?
For a good blemish.
He could cross over.
Sarah, what are your talents?
Well, I know some kind of martial arts.
Which
Martial
kind?
arts A.
Oh.
Ooh.
What martial arts A is?
Stun or slam opponents regardless of their comparative strength and endurance.
Oh, nice.
So no matter how much more powerful they are than you can still stun or slam them.
Nice. And then I'm a runesmith.
Ooh, being a runesmith sounds pretty hot.
What's that?
What do you use
Hot?
for?
You're a dwarf.
Smith runes?
I can cast and make runes.
Oh, okay.
And do you use runes?
Let's see. Transcriber and translator of runes, especially ancient magical ones.
That's really handy
Mm-hmm.
in California.
It is. There are lots of dwarves in
Hey,
California.
look. The
Nice.
$6 million man fought Bigfoot. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, we
That
have to
is
keep
martial
that in
arts A right there.
mind. I don't know.
I'm a little disappointed I didn't roll bibliophile.
Yeah, that would have been cool. I ended up with student, which is lame. It just means I can buy more talents at like half cost.
I don't think that's lame.
It's not too bad.
I guess we'll see. Can I buy them right away using my karma? How much does it cost to buy a talent?
1 million karma.
No. It's in the rules. I read it somewhere.
Did you? Where did you read it?
It's like,
The thing that said how much it costs to advance.
yeah, it's a good bit. It'll be like 100 or 200 or something.
Oh,
Yeah, they weren't
well,
like
I have
cheap.
110.
Wow, I only have 90.
I have 50 karma.
Yeah.
500
My
video.
psyche's amazing. It's ridiculous.
My psyche's amazing too. We're on the same
Yeah,
wavelength.
But my reason and intuition are both remarkable.
My reason is only good. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed.
But you're pretty.
Yeah. And I'm the chosen of fate, you know? I
That's
don't need to
true.
be smart.
Yeah, that'd probably just be a hindrance.
Uh-huh. I'd be questioning things.
Nobody wants that.
No. Ain't nobody got time for that questioning shit.
Now here they have a bunch of things that you can get with your resources. So if you have remarkable, you can just
What page
get
you on?
up 41.
40 and 41.
So you
Okay.
can just get like a penthouse suite, a luxury. Oh, well, luxury car is incredible. But if we pooled our resources together, we could probably rent a nice car.
Oh, well, I have incredible resources, so
Oh, or we could just hang with him.
yeah, because, you know.
Wait,
Rockstar.
resources that are?
No, that's reason. Resources
These are
are separate.
resources.
You roll it.
It's
Don't tell me that.
there's
Well,
health and karma are made up of your abilities, and then the other secondary abilities are resources and popularity. Popularity, yours is just good because you're an alien. And if you're a mutant, it would be 0.
What do you roll for resources on the?
You just roll it on the regular thing.
Yeah, on
thing?
the same rank chart.
Oh, gotcha.
I think Spider-Man has like typical resources or something, or poor. He's like really crappy.
Poor Spider-Man.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. You should have been a glam rocker.
Well, he tried to cash in, but then his uncle got killed.
It costs
Oh.
it costs 2,000 karma to get a new talent. So for you, it'd be 1,000.
Wow, really? That much?
Pretty big
You're going to
reduction.
be doing a lot of charity work.
What can I buy with stuff? I can buy a lot of stuff.
Okay. So how do you guys know each other?
Well, we're part of the Illuminati or
The Men in
glitterati of the scene, and I guess Stacy's character is a journalist, so she,
A space journalist.
yeah,
Mhm.
Well, we're pretty spaced, so.
yeah.
I'm just, you know, there's that. Ooh, I can get a private plane.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we hang with you.
I have
We're
wings
just
up
going to be
on my
part
head.
of the total excess of the 70s.
Yeah.
I like that.
Mhm.
So
What's
you're
your-
trying,
Sarah,
so
what
you're
are your
trying to be
resources?
celebrity hit superheroes?
Mhm,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, why not? I
We're back
already
in the
backed off
bonsai.
public.
Only 10 years earlier.
I'm sorry, say that again?
We're like Buckaroo Banzai, only 10 years earlier.
Okay. I would say and less strange, but that's not going to happen.
That's not going to be true, no.
What kinds of energy are there?
A lot.
If you ask it, are we talking philosophically, or are we talking...
For this power.
It can, I mean, you can have it whatever you want. It's an energy, radiation, light, electricity,
Fire.
fire, yeah. Magnetism.
A typical fire. What does that mean? Like I can.
Bolts of fire.
You can set like paper
It's
on
range,
fire.
so it's like it's mini fireballs.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Well,
Range
that would also
attack versus energy control.
no it's ranged attack.
Ranged attack,
You can look at
there's
the
ice,
calendar.
fire, energy. Oh, I see. It's just energy. That's what you rolled, number 5?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
I think it gives an example. Like
No.
it was like Cyclops' laser or something. Or
Yeah,
No, that's force. No, that's force.
Yeah, he's force because he's like plasma.
Yeah.
energy is just
I
energy.
think wouldn't havoc be energy?
Yeah.
I
it was
guess
like
you know what it is?
Cosmic
It's
rays.
alien space energy.
It's alien
Ray
space
gun.
energy. Okay.
It looks just like when the Doctor regenerates.
Uh-huh.
Because you like that so much.
Different from the Doctor.
You shoot a stream of fireflies at people.
Yeah.
No. You have the little ray gun that Marvin the Martian uses. There you go.
Where is the earth-shattering kaboom?
And you have to do your character, Sean Connery, David.
I can't.
Sean Connery, the cricket.
Don't
You
really
have to do the little cricket
Yeah.
chirping as Sean
Like-
Connery.
I don't have to.
Do kind of a high-pitched Sean Connery.
Oh dear.
A high-pitched Sean Connery. Isn't that just Craig Ferguson?
Wow.
Oh, that's good.
No, I'd say higher pitched.
Higher pitched than that.
Yeah.
That's
Sinead Connor.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Hmm.
Ooh. Well, I think we got our characters finished.
I think we do.
Yep.
And they kick ass. So we're in the 70s.
And you're going to be set in New York?
New York. Oh, okay.
I thought we were on the West Coast.
Did you decide that?
Yeah, we.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
California.
So you're
Josh
in,
said
Los Angeles.
California,
Go-go.
and then Stacy said we were all involved in porn.
Mhm.
We're not involved in porn. I'm telling you, my character will just be like, we're totally lost in porn.
Oh, no, you're just...
Well, that is what would make her ideal for porn.
Yeah,
In the
it really
70s.
would.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm.
Young thing.
She's just doing it to upset her parents.
There
So
you go.
where do we live in California? It's a pretty big state, you know.
A
Oh, we
commune.
live in LA.
You
Yeah,
live in
You live in a
LA.
commune. You live in a commune.
No, we have to live in LA because we have
We-
awesome resources and we
We
can't.
should talk about Venice
Well, in
Beach.
the '70s, it was actually fairly cheap to live in LA.
Oh, was
Venice
it?
Beach.
Oh, Venice Beach.
Hmm.
Okay,
Well,
that
we can
sounds.
live all over
good.
LA. We don't have to live in the same house, do we?
Yes.
I live with
Well,
my
No, you
mother.
have to live in the same house.
We live in a mansion.
Rich people.
Mansion.
Yeah.
Well, we don't live in a mansion in Venice Beach. I'll tell you that much.
Oh,
Yeah, I was thinking that myself.
We live
What
in
are
a
there-
mansion in
But
Beverly
are there
Hills.
penthouses near that area or anything?
There weren't really very many penthouses in LA in the 70s because of earthquakes.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
What
right.
What if we had like a customized old warehouse or something?
How about a split level ranch, one up, one down?
So much more like it, isn't it? But no, we live in Beverly Hills in a 1920s villa.
Okay.
Like
Sounds
an
good
old
to me.
Hollywood house.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, do a Google image search for Venice Beach 70s.
I need some place to store my private plane, though.
You just have that at an airport.
Burbank.
It's not something you carry around on a leash.
I do. How can I rock out without, having my private plane?
Venice was kind of a hellhole in the 70s.
Mm,
Yeah, I think you guys really want to live in like the LA Hollywood area.
that's what I was thinking, yeah.
Lots of naked people.
That's
Well,
what-
that's perfect.
Okay.
That sets the tone for our adventure.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
but that's
kind of
Venice
rusty.
Yeah, this is kind of
Although it would
LA
upset
looked like in the 70s.
Ethel's character's parents.
Yeah, you're in your like rebellious phase. You're still taking your parents' money, but you're trying to piss them off.
Oh,
That
wow.
is so not my character. You don't understand. She's like totally naive. Not necessarily about sex.
That
just
doesn't mean
in general.
that doesn't mean she wouldn't want to piss off her parents.
No, she wouldn't. She wouldn't even like. It wouldn't occur to her.
Alright, then. Maybe we're just in the music scene.
Well, you guys can be in porn, and I can just be like, "Oh, porn? What's that?"
Oh, I was just kidding.
Oh, here you go. What life was like in Venice during the '70s?
Oh, perfect. What was it like?
I don't know.
Well, read faster.
I'm putting.
I see
I'm
like
putting
what
links-
bodybuilders and skateboarders. That's about all I see.
Yeah, skateboarders,
Yeah.
hippies, and
Bodybuilders.
Yeah, Arnold.
Yeah, you'll have to deal with Arnold.
Mm.
And records.
Oh, the
Much hair,
Hollywood
much hair,
sign.
much scape. Interesting mustaches and general air of easy beach living. That's what this one says about what it was like in the 70s.
Interesting mustaches.
There's going to be a cameo by Eddie Money.
Mm.
Eddie Money.
Yep.
As long as Adam Ant doesn't show up.
Wrong decade.
Wrong decade, yeah.
I know. But I'm a cricket.
Bob Seger, he might show up.
Gene Simmons might be around.
True. They would fit in.
I could do an opening act for Kiss. That'd be great.
There you go.
Yeah. In 1976, somebody changed the Hollywood sign to say Hollyweed.
Nice.
That's my 70s right there.
Oh, wow. So yeah, we're just part of the West Coast excess of the 70s. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Except we're superheroes.
Yeah, we just happen to be superheroes.
I like
I
it.
don't know how I fit into this.
Protect hard and party harder.
So apparently we are inadvertently playing the superhero version of Inherent Vice.
Sure.
I
Okay.
don't know what that is.
That's a book that was made into a movie that's coming out like next week.
So what's everybody's characters called?
My real name, my public name is Alicia Ashfield, and my superhero name is Alice the Wonder Child.
Alice the Wonder Child. All right.
Alice the Wonder Girl.
Everybody already knows I'm the Crimson Cricket. What about you, Josh?
My character's real name is Jimmy Jameson, but
Okay.
his band and superhero name is Dead Life.
What is
What?
it?
Dead Life.
Dead Wife?
Life?
Yeah, no, Dead Life. It's on his.
He's being ironic.
Yeah.
Dead Life. L-I-F-E.
All right.
And he can't pronounce his L's? Is that the thing?
Oh,
He's being ironic.
you just can't hear properly.
I see.
He has it tattooed on his fingers though, because, you know,
It's a nice detail. In case he forgets.
exactly.
What about you, Sarah?
I have not yet decided.
Okay.
That's a cop-out.
Sorry. I didn't know I was supposed to be doing that while we were talking.
Well, what is your powers? You have 2 familiars and armor?
Yeah.
Should be magic dust.
I am looking at a superhero name generator, and it's got the most terrible things ever on it.
Yeah.
Snake Woman, Snake Lass, Serpent Cobra.
How about Serpentina?
How about just Cobra? I think your character should be Cobra.
Cobra.
I don't really have a problem with that.
What are your familiars? Are they
You gotta
ghosts?
be the Cobra Commander.
Oh,
How
there you
about Cobra Cabana?
No.
I also am really good at sensing danger.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be good because I just wander right into it.
So then your name should be Will Robinson.
Oh. Let's see. This thing actually came up with something slightly useful.
Oh,
I am the Divine Serpent.
Divine Serpent. I like that.
And then I'll come up with a real name.
All right. What about you, Stacy?
I don't have a superhero name.
Tell her it's a cop-out. You told me that.
No, she's an alien. It doesn't.
I'm an alien. I don't have
Yeah.
one. You don't have
So
one.
that means
Damn
you
it.
have to have a name with a bunch of apostrophes in it.
No, her name is Jax with 2 X's.
Oh, that works
Right.
too.
That's good. I like it.
And there's an umlaut over one of the X's.
Wait. Stacy. Stacy is Jax.
Jax.
Nobody else sees the problem with that.
No.
What?
Okay.
Why?
Stacy
What?
Jacks. Wasn't that a character in Rock of Ages? No?
Oh, I haven't seen that.
No, see, down here in America, we only watch real entertainment.
Alright, fair enough. Anyway, Jax. So you're just going to
Nothing
go with your
based
name
on
all the time, Jax?
Yeah.
Alright.
All I do is follow you guys around and write stuff anyways. I can't
So-
do anything.
So what are we going to call our group? Sonic Youth?
Maybe. Well, let's see. My band's name is Addictive Blemish, so I can come up with another good name from that.
Addictive Blemish?
Yeah.
That is so not a 70s band name.
Well, that's what I got. So actually, it kind of is. I mean, it's just supposed to be a stupid band name, and it's pretty much what they had.
Has punk already happened? Is that what you're thinking?
Of course.
You guys should drive around in a 1973 T-Bird.
I could. I can basically get any car I want. Alright.
Okay, so I guess we're done for this week.
No, we still don't have a group name.
Yeah, let's see. I like Strange Network. Not bad.
I like that.
Work?
Strange Network.
Oh. Sure.
Yeah, I like that too.
Okay.
It's better than Sonic Youth, that's for sure.
It's either that or Robo Exorcism.
No.
Oh, wait, that's our other choice? I kind of like Robo Exorcism.
I already wrote down Strange Network.
Doesn't matter, I'm the GM. Rocks fall, your character dies.
Oh, no, he has an exoskeleton. It takes a hell of a lot of rocks to fall on him.
I have an infinite number of rocks.
Well, I can dodge.
Sooner or later you get tired.
What exact year is it?
76, when Star Wars came out.
That sounds good.
So
Okay.
we're nerds?
So we're what?
Nerds?
No.
No,
Well,
we're
we're
not.
playing an RPG, so yes.
Well, in real life, yes, we're nerds, but I mean, our characters are not nerds.
Maybe our characters are completely unaware of what year it is. Because they're all half lit.
Maybe the year is just 70s.
Yeah.
No, for fashion reasons, I need to know the exact year.
Oh, I
1976.
see.
It changes rather rapidly, so.
It does.
Yeah. Well, any...
Yeah. I've got a whole idea going on. When I'm not in my
1979
Alice.
is nothing like 1970, so you kind of got to know what's in between.
Yeah, I'm basically just wearing like.
I would go earlier, to be honest, rather than later.
Yeah, I would too.
I would say, let's go with 73.
Okay.
73?
As the year I was born.
You're right.
Oh my.
Accidentally get David killed.
We're going to go back in time.
Right.
And we're going to
Go to northern Canada.
We're going to kill David's father in game.
Yeah, that's the first thing I saw when I typed in 1973 fashion.
Was kill David's father?
No, the link I just put in the chat.
I don't know if you sent pictures of
Whoa.
him from them, you might.
Whoa, those pants.
I remember pants like that.
I'm going to be wearing the giant bell bottoms.
Colors.
I remember pants like that too.
Whoa. My
Oh.
god, they look like extras from Passepartout.
Oh, for fuck.
This is terrible.
One.
Let's see if I can find.
Oh, I found the
You
perfect.
guys cannot possibly understand that reference.
Ooh,
There we
maybe I
go.
should, yeah.
I know.
I found my outfit. Let me link that. There we go.
Wow.
Nice.
That is sparkly.
Is that... Hold on.
Oh, I love it. Damn. Dude, you rock. And the platforms.
I know who that band is.
Do you?
I'm sure you want to admit that.
The guy on the far left does.
I'm a fan of glam rock, and so yeah, it.
Oh.
I don't.
You don't hide it?
No, I don't hide it.
Well, how can you?
No, you really can't. You
That sort of thing
embrace
just
it.
escapes.
God, who is that?
So who are they?
I'm trying to.
David Bowie.
By the way, the exhibit was amazing.
Was it?
Yeah.
That was
Exhibit?
awesome.
What exhibit?
The Museum of Contemporary Art had a exhibit of his stuff over the years, including like the actual clothes he wore.
Oh, cool.
It
Wow.
was super crazy. And then it was closed out with Neil Gaiman reading a story he had written about him.
Wait, what was this?
Well, kind of. Neil Gaiman had written a story called The Return of the Thin White
Oh,
Geek.
yeah.
So, yeah.
That's going to be in his next short story collection. I saw him talking about that on Twitter today.
It was really good.
Okay. Contrast that with this picture of David Bowie, and it's going to depress you, I promise you.
Is this
Fat man.
At least a little bit.
You know, he looks pretty good for an old guy.
Yeah, he
I know, but I mean, look at him. He's in a plaid shirt.
Oh my God, though, he's still
Middle-aged guy haircut going on. I mean, he's an attractive middle-aged guy, but
Right, I know, but he's that's smart. If he were doing the Gene Simmons thing and still doing what he was doing, it would just be embarrassing. It would just be horrible.
He's
I
not-
would think he'd have a little bit better fashion sense than.
Well, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but when he's like doing an interview or something, he breaks out the $5,000 Armani suits.
I think he should play Elric.
I think he's too old for that.
Nah.
I think it should be Tom Hiddleston because that'll really
I think
piss
they should
people off.
remake the Labyrinth before he dies.
I think we should just do it all CGI.
That's not as fun.
It wasn't
Everybody
his
would take
hand
it
when
away
he
from
was
him.
doing the one-handed juggling. Hey?
Whose hand was it?
It was someone else's.
Mhm.
It was so you're saying someone had their hand in David Bowie?
No, he was like standing behind him and reaching
like
around and
I like
juggling.
Pretty sure it was
And juggling.
Pendulette's.
He was reaching around and juggling.
It was
what you're
Pendulette. Yeah.
It was Pendulette, really?
No, it was Pendulette's roommate.
Oh, Pendulette's roommate.
Yeah.
That guy.
Reaching around
He's
and
a
juggling.
I'm
just, I think that's the group's name. Reach around and juggle.
Reach around.
And juggle.
That's how I
And
got to
on
my second.
that note, we should probably close the
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
I'm sure this was riveting. So yeah, character gen
Mhm.
complete.